Hey, everybody. What is up? We are in one of Mexico's magical towns called Real de Catorce. I was here back in February. By the way, oh man, look at this. So amazing. We'll get some of I'm going to continue to send you some of that because that is just gorgeous. I came here back in late January with my mom. And I didn't know, or maybe this is new, but they added another trip. The company that I usually travel with. Oh, wow. So many frequencies coming. And I saw this trip and I'm like, oh, I'm going. I want to go. Let's go. And so I told my mom, but for whatever reason, things aligned to where it's just me. And so today, on this extremely powerful portal day 2 and also Day of the Dead in Mexico, I was called to come here and to just bathe in these frequencies. So beautiful. And so I got here a couple of hours ago, almost 3 hours ago. But this is such a crazy cool place because it's not like you get to the town. Like you can get to the town, by car, but most people don't. There's not enough space for cars, actually. Hardly people, the people that live here hardly drive because it's such a small place, such a small town. Everybody walks. The people that bring cars are tourists. So you have all these cars from tourists because of course it's a very big day here in Mexico. So there is actually quite a bit of people. But you get to the towns right outside this place, and then you go through a tunnel. I call it the tunnel that takes you back in time. It's like a 5-minute drive through this tunnel, and you can only fit one car at a time. So imagine, like, it takes a while to get here, which is also why it's so magical. Let me bring some more sun frequencies here coming through. Look at that, so gorgeous. And so I was in line, pretty long line, to get it took me about since I got to the nearby town, and then I actually got here, it took about an hour. And so it's this whole process, and I really feel like it's really significant because, like, you have to prepare. You can't just arrive here. You're standing in line, however long in line that is, and then you get to ride you get to ride in the trucks that cross you over into this town that just kind of, it's so I'll show you a little bit of my view right now, but it's so pristine, it's so sacred. This is definitely a sacred site, so it's actually why I love coming here too. You have to prepare. Like, you stand in line and you get to prepare, and you get to, like, just open yourself up. You're there, like, the sun's beaming, you're like in the middle of nowhere, and it's literally a preparation for you to come in. So got here again about 2 hours here like in the actual town about a couple hours ago. And I was getting off of the truck, so I got in the front seat. I didn't sit on the back because of the air too. So I sit in the front, and get a pretty cool view as I'm stepping out of the van. I hit my left knee really bad, like really strong, not really bad, really strong, like so strong. I could not move for like 3 seconds. I had to stop. I was in so much pain, which is quite surprising. But now I get why. This is such a high vortex place that you feel things a little bit stronger, which is actually why the first time I came here, after a while, I got here, it was cool, and then as time went on, my backpack got like heavier and heavier and heavier, and I'm like, this is so weird. And I got it back then, that I was like, oh, this is like, it's getting super sensitive, to where my 2-pound backpack now feels like 10. And it was pretty crazy. And then right now, when I hit my knee really strong, like, because it wasn't like a big bang, it didn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense, actually. But it hurt like hell. And anyway, I had to like literally, like, I'm glad that the people behind me or next to me were pretty patient. I could not move it. I was in so much pain. So I come down. It's like, oh wow, this is trippy. Come down. I pay the guy. I'm walking, and I'm like, I need to sit. Like, I need to sit, and I need to like let my body process, let my body, feel better. So I'm sitting, and then I see like this pathway, and I'll show you guys. I'm literally in the middle of like nothing here. So cool. That's my little background, and then this is actually a hotel. So I'm up in the hill, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I was guided to like go up, keep going up. So I'm walking up this pathway, dirt, rocks. So it's a little bit hard, but I finally get to the top, and I'm like, oh yes, like I just want to stay here a little bit, because you're at a higher level. You're closer to the hills. You can see that hill right there, and it's so fascinating because there's, from the first time to the first time I came here 2 years ago, no, last year, it was pretty packed. It was packed. The second time, early this year, it was beautiful because there wasn't a lot of people. Now there's definitely more people than the first time. So my guidance is like, stay up here a little bit. People are starting to leave, and actually I see a lot of cars leaving, and I see people like on their way out too. So I'm just gonna stay here a little bit longer, have my breakfast, my sandwich, just gonna take it all in, because you can tell how it's like, this is super cool because dimensionally you can tell, like, as you go higher you'll hear less noise, right? There's less people. You literally are in a higher dimension, space. And I'm like, oh, I want to stay here. I probably will. I do want to buy a couple things, but I'm like, oh, people are going to start to leave. People that stayed the night are going to start to leave at around afternoon. So I'm like, okay, I have time to be here for a little bit, and then probably by the time I go down there, it's gonna be less people. And you will notice that when you start to release a lot of density, you'll start to notice a lot less people around you. And that's like a really interesting thing that happens. But anyway, I'm gonna turn my camera. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the place.